for sure, and we are live again, and we are in Orlando, Florida, in one of the coffee shops. One of my favorite coffee shops, I just happened to. I usually don't come here at this time. I usually come here like really early, but I decided to do a double. That's right, a double live stream today, and I am in a place called Winter Park, Florida. Winter Park, Florida. And it's actually, a really, really nice place. I really like this place. It's kind of looks like the Willy Wonka chocolate factory for coffee. And here's my coffee. It happens to be the Foxtails in Winter Park. It's beautiful. It's a really awesome place. Really wonderful. Oh, and the coffee is awesome. Oh, excuse me, guys. I mean, this coffee is like really, really good. And I really like, their setup. And what you saw was what it is actually in here. Let me kind of like bring you up. There you go. All right, it's Foxtails. It's Foxtails. It's Gravity Bar. The Gravity Bar is still closed, but the rest of the coffee shop is open, and people can come out here and drink coffee, not like Starbucks. Starbucks is still closed. So every other coffee shop in the nation is open except Starbucks. And I think the reason that they're doing that is because Starbucks makes enough money through their drive-thru that they really don't care about any of us to open up the lobby. That's really what it boils down to. That's the only real explanation that I can give, because if all the other coffee shops are open, why isn't Starbucks open? The only reason behind that is that they are making enough money. As a matter of fact, they probably make a lot more profit just by having the drive-thru open, and that's all they do. The only thing they have to worry about is the drive-thru. They don't have to worry about cleaning inside. They don't have to worry about other stuff that's inside, And I mean, it's crazy. But places like this, like Foxtails, this particular location, is awesome. The place is really, really nice. I cannot believe how nice this place is, and excuse me, but it's really nice, and I am streaming right now, and I just want to bring a little bit more into kind of getting you guys to be kind of like in the same page. I'm doing this with the Fujifilm camera, an X-T2, but the one that's actually broadcasting me is 4K. This is my Samsung Note 4. Samsung Note 4, listen to me, my Samsung Note 10, all right? This is my Samsung Note 10 streaming in 4K is what I meant to say, and it's just as clean as a whistle, and the other shot that you see, which is this one here, is the actual Fujifilm X-T2. Now, guys, you know that there is no X webcam yet for a Mac. I'm using a Mac, and OBS is what I am using right now. I'm not using nothing fancy, not yet. I do have a lot of fancier stuff that I want to show you guys, but I want to kind of like build you little bit by little, you know what I'm saying? Because you can do all of this with almost like no money at all. Now, Ecamm is a paid subscription, all right? And Ecamm is definitely not the way to go, but, I am bringing it to you because, I still see a potential with Ecamm, but until they fix that audio issue, where you can have a compression, you can have a limiter, a denoiser, like all the other competitors and all the other softwares can do. Ecamm for me is useless because the number one turnoff for people to turn away from your broadcast or from watching your video or watching whatever it is that you created on your content is actually audio. Guys, audio is number one, besides content, So regardless of how beautiful your picture looks, that's going to be the first thing that actually, turns people off, So anyways, I am actually, what you're seeing here is a simple broadcast. But today, I want to talk to you about a couple of things that are going on nationwide, and I want to kind of like hit on this, as the nation starts to open up here in Orlando. They have mandated, and I'm going to give these comments out there because I want to hit on this, on the importance and at the same time, on the stupidity, hey, let me rephrase it again, on the stupidity, all right, of some of these people that are up on certain positions, and I'm going to be really blunt, okay, and I don't care if you like me for it, but when you hear what I have to say, I think that you all are going to agree with me, whether you're black, white, Asian, Indian, or comes from Mars. I don't care, all right, but the thing is that stupidity has no place in my book for me, all right, and what I'm talking about is a real simple thing, okay. Here in Orlando, right now, we were mandated, okay, to wear masks, okay, and so this is, what you see here. Some of us can wear, some of these little, call them like handkerchiefs type things. Some of us have the masks, but we were mandated to wear the masks. All right, now, this was a day, 2 days prior, okay, prior than the celebration for the end of, I want to say, I think it was the Black Slavery or something like that, where you saw here after we were mandated, okay, to wear masks, all right, we were still marching in groups to celebrate. There was no social distancing, neither from the people here in Orlando nor from the police, the Orlando Sheriff's Department, nor by any of the persons or people in the higher places. There was no social separation. The mask is not going to do nothing, absolutely nothing, if there is no social separation. And I don't care, whether you're the mayor, whether you're the governor, whether you're the president of the United States, if you're going to come to me and tell me that I have to wear a mask and yet there is no social separation, you're not really doing anything at all, right? To be honest and truthful. And on the other hand, the way that I see it, I guess because it was a black thing, we were celebrating that for black. I don't have anything against black because I am not, okay, at all. I don't discriminate at all. But there are certain things that, I gotta tell you, that is stupid. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to say, okay, it's okay for you guys to march, but you guys gotta wear a mask, it just makes no sense, all right? The stupidity ends there, all right? Truthfully and honestly, the stupidity ends there, all right? Because this COVID-19 doesn't care whether you're black, white, Chinese, Asian, or whatever color you are. It doesn't care about race, all right? It's going to get you, and it's going to get you all the way, and that's just the way it works. Now, do we have to wear a mask? I don't really think, okay, that we should have to wear a mask, because the numbers here in the Orlando area, I don't care if there's 150 deaths in Orlando, all right? If there's 150 deaths in Orlando, let me help you out. There's over 1 million people here in the Orlando area living here, so the percentage of that coming down here is really minimal, all right? And when we talk about the numbers, compared to the numbers of deaths that you have for other things. For example, if you look at the influenza, okay, how many people have died so far in 2020 from influenza? How many people have died from heart attacks? If you look at those numbers, some of those numbers are actually greater than the deaths that we have so far here for the COVID-19. Oh, but we want to be prepared. I understand all of that, and I understand it might make a lot of people feel good, and that's okay, what I'm saying? I don't really have an issue with that. What I do have an issue with is the fact that they are making these rules, but they are not enforcing them all the way around, okay? Now, here's another thing, all right? We have the mandate of wearing the mask. So now we go outside and we are mandated to wear the mask, but 90% of the people, or well, I don't want to say 90% of people because that's not really true, but a good 20 or 30% of the people are not wearing it. And they're not being enforced, right? So yesterday, I went to a public place, right, where I took a public transportation, and the driver for the public transportation was not wearing a mask, and there was, I want to say, 40, okay, individuals riding the bus, right? And out of the 40 individuals riding the bus, I counted them, 10 were not wearing masks, right? So, you tell us about these, mandates that we are going to be under these rules and regulations of actually wearing the mask, and yet some of the people really don't care about it, you know what I'm saying? And you can see it because they're not wearing it and you're not enforcing it, and it's okay. I agree with that. I do agree with them because the truth of the matter is when you are under a 90-degree weather or a 94-degree weather, which it has been here in the last couple of days, wearing a mask just makes you even more uncomfortable, and it brings other medical conditions into the forefront. Medical conditions that will affect you, because of overheating. And so you got other issues that especially if you're an older person is not going to be able to resist a 90-some degree weather with a mask on, because as it is, the person's immune system is weak. So, anyways. These are just things that I look at, how things are not really, they don't really make any sense. They make sense in a certain little area, but then if you're gonna do it, do it all the way throughout, or don't do it at all. Don't do things half-ass, like we would say, in a real bad sense, you know what I'm saying? Either do it complete or don't do it at all, because the only person that's looking like a fool is you guys that are up on the, on the upper levels, whether you're a mayor or governor or president, I don't care who you are, all right? And the only thing it's going to affect you guys getting voted, because I tell you what, okay, come November when I have to vote, I ain't going to vote for somebody that's stupid to come and run, my city, not me. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, because I don't care. I don't go by Democrat and Republican type deal, because that's just a fight, just like black and whites. You know what I'm saying? Just that the new discrimination is between Democrats and Republicans. So I don't really care about none of that. I'm gonna vote for the best person, the person that can actually make more sense, all right? That can run, my city. And that's the bottom line, and that's how we have to vote. That's the way that we need to learn to vote. All right, I don't vote because of race. I don't vote because of party that you're in. I vote because you are the best person for the job. All right. So with that said, guys, you can keep making a fool out of yourselves. But the truth of the matter is, my opinion, and this is just my opinion, is either you do it, completely all the way, enforce it like you should enforce it, or don't do it at all. Because the only person that looks like a fool is you, not me. Because I'm here, what I'm saying, and I'm still gonna be Charlie, and I'm still gonna do what Charlie needs to do. All right. So, anyways, this is Charles Richard. I just wanted to give you a little insight inside this beautiful, wonderful place. I love this place. This place is, I tell you, man, every time I come to this place, makes me wanna see that movie, the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, because it just looks like all this, beautiful stuff, especially with this gravity bar thing when it's functioning, and they've got a rotisserie on the other side. Man, this place is really nice. I really, enjoy coming out here, and if you want to come to a coffee shop that is not afraid to open up, just like many of them, not like Starbucks. Starbucks, forget about Starbucks. Starbucks is history, at least for me it is, because if you can't, if you can't tailor to the needs, I mean, that's the only addiction that I have is coffee. And I love coffee, then, you sure don't deserve to get my money. That's the way I look at it. So, Foxtails, I love Foxtails. I love places like Credo. I love places like Common. Downtown is they're downtown. I can't remember the full name, but anyways, there's quite a bit of actual coffee houses that really, feel more like a coffee house than Starbucks, and it's just a wonderful place to come and meet, and just come and have a wonderful, enjoyable, relaxing time with you and your coffee. This is Charles Richard saying thank you. Thank you so much for this quick live broadcast, you know. And until tomorrow, guys, remember, okay, that if you want to see more videos like this, please, okay, you see this right there? Subscribe, please subscribe, okay, so you can see a lot more videos like this. And I will see you tomorrow, because I got a great broadcast for you tomorrow. I'm going to show you how to do all of this, all right, and how to set up your Fuji cameras and all your setups, you know, in a sort of a remote way, without spending an arm and a leg. Okay, this is Charles Richard saying thank you, and until tomorrow, you know, sleep tight, hang in there, you know, because this new way of living, you know, is coming pretty much to an end.